I'm Oliver Cuenca. I'm one of the hosts of Waypoint, the AirMed&Rescue podcast. I'm here with my co-hosts, Mandy and Jon.
Hi.
Hello.
And we just wanted to take a moment to tell you about what we've been working on. Just to introduce myself quickly, I've been working for AirMed&Rescue since 2021, where I write the daily news for the magazine, as well as interviewing various people for longer form content of various kinds, including our provider profile section. How about you, Mandy?
Hi, I'm Mandy Langfield. I've worked in the publishing industry for about 18 years. I was part of the team that actually launched AirMed&Rescue magazine way back in 2008. I've held various roles on the magazine throughout my existence here. I was editor of AirMed&Rescue for a few years between 2017 and 2021. And for me, the thing that made the job really special was just how passionate the people are in the special missions sector. Everyone's in it for the right reasons, and their incredible delight that they get to do what they love every day really shines through. Whenever I talk to people in this industry, whether it's for an interview for the magazine or just making small talk at one of the industry events, they're always so pleased and proud to share their experiences and insights with us. It's a real privilege to be on the sidelines of this industry. Jon, how about you?
Yeah, so I'm Jon Adams. I came to AMR sort of circuitously via the recruitment agency, industry, pharmaceutical industry and academic medical journals. But I've always had a passion for aviation. My grandfather was an engineer with the RAF. My father was a pilot with the Army Air Corps. And I got my PPL as soon as I could. I know the lengths that people go to reach the sky and the focus in that industry that is placed on safety, which is why it's a privilege to work for this magazine. I'm also constantly in awe of the way that the whole industry is a force for change in human culture. It brings people closer and it provides accessibility to care and assistance that wouldn't otherwise be available. So, Ollie, what is Waypoint?
Well, Waypoint is AirMed&Rescue's new official podcast. It's something we've been developing for a while now, but we're very excited that we'll now be launching it this September. Basically, our mission is to bring the same spirit of the magazine and the website and expand it into the world of sound. We'll also be sitting down to chat with some of the leading lights of the special missions aviation sector, getting to know them a bit more and talking about the latest innovations, technologies and best practices. So I thought it would be good if we had a bit of a chat about what we most enjoyed about producing the first series. Mandy?
Well, once I'd got over my slight bit of stage fright and, that kind of thing, I think the lovely thing was actually getting to know the people that perhaps have contributed to the magazine in the past with a little interview here or there or something like that, or somebody I've met at one of the conferences, and really getting the chance to sit down and chat with them for sort of half an hour or so. Quite a wide range of people for me on this series. I had a really good conversation with Kim Chemises from Bristow SAR about her career development, working across different countries as both a rescue swimmer and as a hoist technician. The progression of women in the world of search and rescue, that was a really interesting point to cover. I had a great conversation with Jean-Claude Sue from Blue Drop Training and Development, finding out all about the latest crazy technology that people are going to benefit from that will increase the safety of hoist crews. That was really cool. And of course, Lee Collier, who's the neonatal clinical lead for an air ambulance in the UK. He was fascinating to talk to. And I mean, who doesn't love talking about tiny babies getting looked after?
Yeah. What about you, Jon?
Similarly, it's always a pleasure to speak to people that are passionate and enthusiastic about their roles and jobs. And you don't find more passionate and enthusiastic people than in special missions. It's wonderful to be able to bring to an audience these conversations that we have, generally speaking, for when we're writing the features, writing the articles. We have these conversations with these people already, but they're not recorded for you, our audience. And so that's what I'm really enjoying about creating this podcast, is to bring these conversations to you. I had a lovely conversation with Kai Peter at Space about the design and the intricacies of making medical interiors for aircraft. And also with Tyson Peter, who works out of Australia with Lifelight, and the challenges that unique geography brings for air ambulance and emergency medical services.
Yeah. I really agree, especially with what you're saying about sort of the fact that we do record interviews and things. We don't necessarily, they're not for the audiences. There's quite a sense of an immediacy there. I feel like there's a greater sense of friendliness, I guess, slightly more laid back, but we're still delving into the same kind of content.
Yeah, we have more natural conversations with people, don't we? Whereas when you then rewrite it for a Q&A interview in the print magazine, you don't get that same sense of personality, and that's what the podcast has really enabled us to do, I think.
Yeah, and like you said as well, I really enjoyed talking with some of the people that I did. Some of them were new to me. Some people like Joel Curley of 10 Tanker. He's obviously somebody who I've spoken to before. And it's really nice to be able to just sort of chat with people about what they're passionate about, and just really just focus on that rather than how you're going to reword it into an article, which is obviously like nice in its own way, but it's very much more immediate.
Yeah.
Not just for us as well as for the audience, I think.
Yeah.
And you lose some of the emotion that comes into it that you can hear in the voices, which is a pleasure to be able to share.
Yeah. So true.
Ultimately, the magazine and the podcast are both platforms for us to share the expertise and the insights of the people that are professionals in these incredible industries, in AirMed, in SAR, and aerial firefighting. And it's wonderful to be able to just give our audience that little bit more time to share what they can do.
Absolutely. And as we say, it's going to be released. First episode comes on the 2nd of September. It'll be coming out in fortnightly installments, or every 2 weeks, I should say. And we're very much looking forward to it. Keep an eye out for it, and we hope you enjoy it.
It'll be on all your usual podcast streaming platforms, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Keep an eye out for us.
So please do like, subscribe, and rate it if you enjoy the podcast.
Right. Speak to you all soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.